Here at the Britannia Mine Museum, all it takes is one glance at the once thriving mine's equipment and you're instantly transported back in time. However, it turns out there's a different kind of nostalgia also tucked away on this site.
There's all kinds of stores and buildings in here. This one is a pewter shop, but I love the little chimney sweep.
Placing each item with precision and care, Britannia Mine Museum's Kirsten Clausen excitedly puts the finishing touches on the museum's new Dickens Christmas display.
This particular village is Department 56, which is a fairly high-end porcelain village. And it is full of little houses and the buildings and the businesses that would have been in a Dickens era kind of community. One I have right now is the ghost of Christmas Past with his chains. And of course he's outside of Scrooge's house, and Tiny Tim's house is right next door. So all the characters from the Christmas Carol are in this collection.
And while the detail of the collection's over a dozen characters is mesmerizing to look at, there is more to the display. You see, after visiting a quaint town back in the 70s, its makers were surprised at how seeing and hearing carolers and cozy lit-up churches suddenly brought back their own memories of Christmas past. And so, they soon set out to create that same feeling of nostalgia through its Charles Dickens display, as well its North Pole display also being showcased at the museum.
The collections themselves, I think, are really hearkening back to times of community and memories of Christmases in the past. I think that the designers of the village wanted to really evoke family time, community time, and the true meaning of Christmas.
For Kirsten, seeing this grand train station instantly brings back memories of traveling as a little girl.
Back when you could travel in Alberta by train, I visited my grandmother on train. Now, of course, we didn't land in a train station like that, but Edmonton's train station was pretty impressive. That family time, getting to traveling at Christmas time, and that's the piece that triggered a memory for me.
It's those memories this history lover too hopes to awaken others. The museum recently held a wine and dine night for locals to finally see the one-of-a-kind setup.
I have always loved little miniature villages and, sort of that old London style theme and, the old, almost like a Harry Potter feel to like a little village. And when I see this, that's what it totally reminds me of.
It's funny, it does make me think of like Eaton's and Woodward's displays, like the really Christmassy, going to the mall, I'll be honest. But then also like Christmas movies kind of come to mind.
For Santa, who was also on hand to celebrate the display, its tiny trinkets brought up memories of himself as a young St. Nick.
I think this is just spectacular. Reminds me of a young lad up in the North Pole when I'd be delivering presents. We'd go through downtown Vancouver, the Hudson's Bay window, and it was always decorated lovely.
With the museum hoping to add a train and even more porcelain homes to the setup in the next few years, the hope is as the display expands, so do the conversations.
Places matter, history matters. Taking a moment or two to reflect on what that means just kind of strengthens the spirit of Christmas. Sums up exactly what Charles Dickens wrote himself for the Christmas Carol. For it is good to be children sometime, but never better than at Christmas time.
With those special memories of Christmas gone past, coming from the most unlikely of places.